Today, I'm exploring San Francisco by public transit. I've got just 3 rules. Number 1, I can only walk or take public transit. No private transportation is allowed. Rule 2, I have to take every single mode of transit in the city at least once, and there are 8. And 3, I have to do something of substance at every single stop. Transit is cool and all, but who rides transit just for fun? And I'm starting in Oakland, because the first transit option might be my favorite, and I live here. It's a gray morning here in Oakland, but no matter, the ferry is still a good time. I think a ferry ride to literally any destination is one of the most underrated tourist attractions in the city. And I'm gonna show you why. I am here in Oakland and we are going directly to the ferry building in San Francisco. Oh. That's our ride. I have this entire level entirely to myself. The ferry has snacks and drinks for sale, bathrooms, and comfy seats. But that's not what really makes this ride so special. What makes the ferry so great is the views. There are some views of the city that you just can't get unless you're on a boat. And as we make our way out of the harbor and the captain fires up the engines, here are some of the sights you'll notice along the way. The cranes that inspired Star Wars, the east span of the Bay Bridge, Yerba Buena Island and the west span of the Bay Bridge. Behind us is Oakland and Berkeley. To the north is Angel Island and Alcatraz. And as we go under the bridge, we'll catch views of the city skyline, Coit Tower, and the ferry building itself. I love the ferry. The best views are definitely outside, but it was a little cold today.
Welcome to San Francisco. All ashore, please. All ashore. We're now boarding for Vallejo.
That's not good.
This is the ferry building, and though it is a boat terminal, it's so much more than that. And my thing of substance at this stop is getting coffee. There are a lot of good options in the ferry building, but I like one a bit more than all the others.
Morning, how you doing? Can I just get a cup of the like the winter blend, please? What? Just black. Thank you so much. You too. Blue Bottle coffee, it's objectively very good and very expensive, but I think it's from Oakland, which I support. Not sure what's going on over there, but not gonna look into it. I just like to quickly acknowledge the elephant in the room, and that is the cable car. Yes, the cable car is considered public transit in San Francisco. No, I have never ridden it. And yes, to complete this challenge, I'm gonna have to ride it today. My issue with the cable car is that it's very crowded, but I do have some tips for that. Isn't she a beaut? It is also very cold today, so I'm hoping that it's a little less crowded than normal in the city. There is something that I have wanted since before I even lived in San Francisco, and there's one good place to get it, which brings us to our next mode of public transit. Up next, I'm gonna be taking the Muni Light Rail, and the specific one will take us to Fisherman's Wharf, and it's a historical streetcar. The streetcars are pretty cool and perhaps worth just riding it, even if you don't have to go somewhere. And hats off to the San Francisco Fire Department. I have never met a firefighter in this city that isn't awesome, but time to move on. There it is.
A couple of San Francisco Muni's light rail lines run these historical streetcars from all over the country. Mine is from DC. And sorry, I've still never been to the Exploratorium. Come at me in the comments. And this is our stop.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Christmas at Pier 39. Pier 39 might be the most touristy place in the entire city, but that doesn't mean it's not worth visiting. Now don't get me wrong, I love Maggie Rogers, but I have wanted a San Francisco shirt for a long time. And now that I've got it, I guess it's time. Now I gotta ride the cable car. And my stance on the cable car is this. I've been told it's incredible, totally worth the ride, but I hate
waiting in lines. I do have a trick to get around the line, but I don't know if it's gonna work because I've never ridden the cable car before. To get to the start, we just have to take a short walk this way. The walk from Pier 39 to the cable car is an interesting one. There's a mix of 4 tourist-only restaurants and world-famous San Francisco landmarks. And honestly, telling these two categories apart is pretty easy. Somehow, there is no line. This is incredibly fortunate. Despite that, I spent a long time just waiting in line, unsure of what's going on, until a while later, when the cable car driver came out. Can I go? Is that? If you guys don't mind. Turns out all that stressing about waiting in line was unnecessary. The operator told me it was probably the weather that made the line so short, but I haven't seen any rain. Seats on the car are tight, but in my opinion, that just adds to the old world charm of this thing. And my tip for not waiting in line, though the cable car is mostly a tourist attraction these days, it is still used for transit. You can hop on and off at any stop, and the stops look like this. The cable car does go up and down some steep streets, and you really can feel that. That's something I wasn't expecting. By the end of our ride, everyone, including me, was having a good time. Everyone except for the people stuck behind us, I suppose. It's raining. Was not expecting that. Gonna go into the mall. This is the San Francisco Center Mall, or the Emporium. I don't know. A lot of people think this mall is closed, but it's not. And I'm here to check out the dome and this escalator. Huh? I guess that's a good sign. Like I said, a lot of people think this mall is closed, but it's not. I came to the mall to try and show you the dome, but there's an event there. So it looks like this place is already starting to turn around. Anyway, here's what it looks like. It is impressive. If I knew it was going to be raining today, I probably would have done this a different day. Next up, we're going to BART. It's my train.
The doors are closing. Please stand clear of the door. 16th Street, Mission. This is a red line train.
That's BART. Just got off at 16th and Mission, and now I'm headed to Valencia Street, and I've got 2 stops to make. This bike lane, crazy. Dandelion chocolate to get a gift for my mom. How you doing? Thank you so much. This is my favorite store in the Bay Area, but sorry, Dad, not today. Here we are. One of the cool things about Ritual is they're kind of pissed off that you're in the shop to begin with. It's as if they are genuinely upset to serve you, and there is a certain appeal to that. Not sure if that's how I'd run a shop, but I kind of like it. Best salsa I've ever had. Next, I'm taking the bus, and the bus stop is right there. This is the bus stop right here. The bus is one of the 3 remaining modes of transit that I have to take, but I'm not counting it because I'm not actually doing anything on the other end. The only reason I'm taking the bus is to get to my next mode of public transit. Bus gets here in about 10 minutes, still raining, and I really overreacted about that cable car. That was not bad at all. I kind of liked it. This is as clean as I've ever seen a San Francisco bus stop in the Mission. Nice job. 23 at 210, that's me. Not a lot of people ride Caltrain from San Francisco to San Francisco, so I have this entire platform all to myself. Next up, Caltrain. Caltrain is a regional system, so I've got a bit of time to wait before I get on the train. 20 minutes, not terrible. Train is late. Caltrain slows down in the rain. We do get to ride the new Caltrains, which is kind of exciting. They're super nice. You always have to tag on to Caltrain. The key is remembering to tag off. San Francisco is an expensive city, there is no doubt about that. But one of the best things to do here involves spending no money at all, and that is just walking along the Embarcadero and taking in the views. Today, maybe not the best day for it. On we go. Now we're actually gonna take the bus. Gonna take the bus to the best deli I've ever been to, and it looks like gonna have to hustle to make it. I am this blue dot, racing this bus to this white dot. Not a lot of time, gotta go. Easy, not even close. Joe DiMaggio had in his will that this place would cater his funeral, and you better believe that's where we're going. Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna do 2 sandwiches, please.
Sure.
One is a Molinari special with everything on it.
Great, provolone cheese?
Yes, please.
San Francisco is a food city. Name a culture, and there's a restaurant in this city that does their food incredibly well. Even the New York Times says that SF has better bagels than New York. And while I believe that's incorrect, my, are there good sandwiches here. And none better than this one.
Thank you so much. Have a good one. Honestly, hard to imagine a better deli than this place. No list of transit in the Bay Area is complete without the Bay Wheels bike share. Next stop is BART again, and we are about to head down a pretty steep hill. Little concerned about it. Oh. Probably didn't need the e-bike for this one. It is just straight downhill. My last thing to do on this end is deliver these sandwiches and make it to an important business meeting with my friends Enzo, Amin, and Alicia. I just had a similar adventure in Hawaii, and if you want to see what that looks like, you can click on this video. Hit subscribe to see what I get up to next time, and thanks for watching.
The doors are closing. Please stand clear of the doors.